Good morning, students. Today we will read the first chapter of the Vistas book, The Third Level. This chapter is written by Jack Finney. So we will read about the author. Walter Braden Jack Finney was an American author. He was born on October 2, 1911 in Milwaukee, USA. Finney was given the name Jack Finney. After his father's death, when he was 3 years old, he was renamed Walter Braden Finney in honor of his father, but he continued to be known as Jack throughout his life. He graduated in 1934 from Knox College in Galesburg. After living in New York City, working for an advertising agency, there he moved with his family to California in the early 1950s. He lived in Mill Valley, California. He died of pneumonia on November 14, 1995 at the age of 84 in California. His best known works are science fiction and thrillers, including The Body Snatchers and Time and Again. Introduction of the chapter. The narrator interweaves fantasy with the reality in the most futuristic projection of time travel. Charlie, a young New York commuter, loses his way. He finds himself in what he thinks is the third level of the Grand Central Station in New York. The Grand Central Station has subways on two levels from where the commuters take trains to different destinations. No third level was ever built. However, the Charlie believes in the existence of a third level operating in a time frame of 1890s. The period of 1890s represent a peaceful life not possible in the present era. From this level, the Charlie wants to travel to Galesburg with his wife Lucia. For him, it is a part of reality, while his psychiatrist friend calls it a waking dream, wish fulfillment. Characters. There are three main characters. There are three characters in the story. Charlie, the main character, he is 31 years old and he has hobby of collecting stamps. Sam, Charlie's friend and psychiatrist. Lucia, Charlie's wife. Theme. The story third level is the most concise and entertaining story about time travel. Charlie wishes to be transported to the third level, the world of 1894, which is much happier and quieter place to be. The question whether the third level exists in real or only in Charlie's mind can be inferred from Sam's letter. The story also dwells on the theme of escapism, not only as a psychological refuge from the grim realities of the present day world, but also as a desire to stay with the past or to keep the past alive in the complexities of the present. Story of the chapter. The story begins in a mock serious manner. Everyone knows that there are only two levels at the Grand Central Station in New York. Charlie, a 31-year-old guy, asserts that there are three and he had been on the third level. One night, Charlie, an ordinary guy, worked late at the office. He was in a hurry to reach home, so he decided to take the subway from Grand Central Station. He turned into Grand Central from Vanderbilt Avenue and went down the steps to the first level where one could take trains like the 20th century. Then he walked down the second level where trains left for the suburban areas. Then he dug into an arched doorway heading for the subway and got lost. He had lost his way a couple of times earlier too while taking the subway. Once he entered the lobby of the Roosevelt Hotel, while the other time he emerged at an office building that was 3 blocks away. But this time he loses his way. Something unique happens. He visits the third level. Charlie keeps walking in the quiet corridor, angling left and slanting downward till he reaches an old station that is completely different from the two familiar levels. The antiquated small room with the fewer ticket counters and train gates, wooden information booth, flickering open flame gas lights, brass spittoons reminded him of the architecture of the 1800s. He also finds that people are dressed in the outmoded outfits. He notices that the date on the newspaper, the World newspaper, is printed June 11, 1894. He turns towards the ticket windows and wants to buy two tickets to Galesburg. And since he had no old style currency, he could not buy tickets and came back home. He had always wanted to travel to Galesburg with his wife Lucia. In his mind, it is a wonderful town, still with the big old frame houses, huge lawns, tremendous trees whose branches meet overhead and roof the streets. It is a place with long and pleasant summer evenings where people sat out on their lawns and smoked cigars and talked quietly. So the next day during lunch, he exchanges $300 for old style currency, amounting to some 200 only. The loss does not bother him, much as he believes that in Galesburg everything will be cheaper and that he can manage even with a small amount. But he could never again find the corridor leading to the third level. His wife Lucia is worried after knowing all this and asks him not to look for the third level any further. Suddenly, Charlie realizes that his psychiatrist friend Sam, with whom he shared his experience, is nowhere to be found. So he and his wife keep looking for him in the weekends and also for the third level. One day, while fussing with his stamp collection, Charlie comes across a letter that was not there earlier. It bears the postmark on a faded 6-cent stamp with a picture of the President Garfield. The envelope was sent on July 18, 1894 to Charlie's grandfather in Galesburg and is addressed to Charlie. The letter reads that Sam has reached Galesburg and is enjoying his life there. He also invites Charlie and Lucia to Galesburg. When Charlie goes to the stamp and coin store, he found that Sam had bought $8 worth of old currency bills to establish his business of hay, feed, and grain in Galesburg. The letter was written by Sam, who was Charlie's psychiatrist friend. The story brings us to the conclusion that people find it hard to make peace with unpleasant things they come across in life. It brings out a common man's craving for peace and security. Like any common man, Charlie too appreciates the so called pleasures of everyday life. He wants to stay in the past because 1894 is much more peaceful, secure, and serene. The world in 1894 has not seen the war, the insecurities that come with the war, terror, disease, had gotten the better of common folks like Charlie, who wants a transient relief from the harsh realities of life. Word meanings. So first word is claimed. It means state or asserts that something is the case. Refuge, the state of being safe or sheltered from pursuit, danger, or difficulty. Arced, constructed with or in the form of an arc. Bumping, knock or run into someone or something with a jolt. Psychiatrist, a medical practitioner specializing in the diagnosis and treatment of mental illness. Angling, the sport or pastime of fishing with the rod and line. Flickering, make small, quick movements. Snapped, break suddenly and completely. Glanced, take a brief or hurried look. Fishing, show unnecessary or excessive concern about something. Premium, an amount to be paid for a contract of insurance. Tremendous, very great in amount. Frown, furrow one's brows in an expression indicating disapproval. Glint, give out or reflect small flashes of light. So at the end, students, this chapter is a little bit complex. So at the end, I want to tell you that Charlie was a victim of stress and he wanted to run away from reality and take refuge in fictitious world, which is in his mind. He wanted to go back in 1894, which was peaceful time where there are no worries of modern world. For all this, the term we can use is escapism. It means to run away from reality and make presumptions which do not exist in reality. The third level and Sam's letter are Charlie's mind's presumptions, which are not realities. If you have seen movie Lage Raho Munna Bhai, in which Sanjay Dutt presumes that Gandhiji is guiding him for him, it is a reality, but it was his mind's presumption. Actually, he gets peace in that. So same way, Charlie just thinks that the world of 1894 exists in the present time, and he thinks that world is peaceful and without worries. So he wants to go back to that time. So see the video and go through the notes. If you have any problem, you can just comment. So thank you. We will meet soon with the next video.